Hi guys, so this was a bit embarrassing, but perhaps we shouldn't be as critical of the students at a Dublin university as we might be. So the BBC visited the Irish capital, where they showed a map of Ireland without the names of the counties, and asked some young people to point to those in Ulster. For people who don't know, Ulster has 9 counties. 6 are in Northern Ireland, while 3 are in the Republic. The students didn't do very well. But why? Well, it's complicated. Have a listen.
That's Derry, I think, and that's Armagh. So, I'm actually not sure. I'm not great at geography.
What about Fermanagh?
Fermanagh's not in the north.
It is, yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Donegal, Down, Cavan, Tyrone. You know what? I'm actually getting something wrong, I think.
All right so far.
Antrim, Fermanagh, Derry.
That's Belfast. That's Armagh.
Do you know which one's Fermanagh?
That county there.
That's Loch Ness.
Oh, jeez. I know I was bad at geography. I didn't think I was that bad.
Okay. Now, I've criticised Brexiteers and Tory MPs in the past by saying that I don't think they'll be able to actually draw Northern Ireland on a map of Ireland. This is more than just a lack of understanding of geography. This goes much deeper. This is, unfortunately, within the context of talk of a united Ireland, this is a lack of understanding of Northern Ireland as a place and a people. What I mean by that is the relationship between the Republic of Ireland, Dublin and Belfast has been strained, to put it mildly, over the last number of decades. Now, since the Good Friday Agreement, I think things have improved dramatically. But unfortunately, I remember growing up in the 1980s, the view towards Northern Ireland was very negative. The opinion and prejudice towards people from Northern Ireland, be them nationalist or unionist, it didn't really make any difference, was pretty bad. They were seen as troublemakers. They were seen as a problem. Northern Ireland was seen as a problem. And I think this stems from the politics post-partition in the 1920s, where the mainstream parties decided, well, look, we're going to forget about Northern Ireland. We're going to move on. We're going to become an independent country, and Northern Ireland is to be forgotten about. Now, of course, Republicans in Northern Ireland and in the Republic of Ireland disagreed, of course, with that. And they campaigned, they fought for, and continue to fight for, a united Ireland. And they may succeed someday. But the feeling, I think, in the Republic was, we want to have a good relationship with Great Britain. And in order to achieve that, we're not going to push the idea of a united Ireland. And this was the political thinking. This isn't, I believe, the general thinking in the country, but this was the main political parties. They wanted to have a good relationship with Britain, so they were willing to sacrifice Northern Ireland in a sense. Now, it was extremely complicated, this relationship, of course. But I think the education, since the education I received in particular during the 1980s, was one of history. The history of Ireland as an island ended in the 1920s. And the history of Northern Ireland post-partition was very slim. Very little discussion about that. The main focus, of course, was the history of the Republic of Ireland as a country developing its membership of the EU and all of that. But when it came to Northern Ireland, the main discussion, of course, was the Troubles and the problems between Unionists and nationalists, and the British state. So I think growing up, a lot of young people don't understand much about Northern Ireland. Many of them probably received a type of prejudice from their parents that Northern Ireland is a problem, the people of Northern Ireland are a problem. But also I think it's that how a lot of young people, when they're looking outward, they don't look towards Britain as they did before. And they certainly don't look to Northern Ireland as many see it as a foreign country. Okay, we can argue over that, but many people in the Republic see Northern Ireland as a foreign country. But their view of the world is more towards Australia, Europe, the European Union, the United States, maybe Asia, And it's not towards, let's go on holiday in Belfast, let's go on holiday to Berlin. So, and I think travel has, short-haul travel has allowed that as well. But in the context of a united Ireland, we have to bridge those gaps. We have to build a better relationship between the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland, between the peoples of the Republic and Northern Ireland, because moving forward, you want to have a good relationship, and it's more than just geography. It's about building strong, long-lasting relationships. And of course, when the country is eventually united, people will have to feel part of that country. They can't feel part of two different countries, as perhaps they see now. This issue is quite controversial. I know I'm going to upset a lot of people with some of my comments. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. But from the surface of this, it seems that these young people don't know the counties, that they're bad at geography. But as I said, I think it's a bit more profound than that. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.